Look, I love kids as much as the next guy. Cute, chubby cheeks, innocence, joy, what's not to love? But listen, there is one job that I just cannot imagine. It's a specific line of work that requires grit, fortitude, intense emotional stability. Yeah, celebrity nannies. Just saying it out loud makes me panic. And clearly being a celebrity nanny made the nannies panic too, because a surprisingly high number of them have quit. I'm Eric with The Things, and today we're going to look at 10 celebrity nannies and the celebrity families who drove those nannies to quit their often high-paying, high-profile jobs. First on the list is the nanny for one of the most famous reality television families on earth, Kourtney Kardashian's nanny for her children Mason, Reign, and Penelope. This celebrity nanny called it quits after a literal physical altercation with one of the Kardashian tots. The Kardashian nanny was trying to put Penelope in the car, but apparently Penelope had different ideas.
He said he was really upset. She was putting her in the car and Penelope scratched her face.
The scratch heard around the world apparently drove the nanny to quit and drove the Kardashian family to have a sit down about the kids' behavior.
So much more serious than I think you realize. Not one time in my entire life did anyone ever have a complaint like this.
Apparently this kind of thing is just par for the course with Penelope.
There's nothing I could take away from her physically that she will care about. Penelope does not care. Every kid is different.
I'm literally terrified. The Kardashian nannies each make about $100,000 a year for their services. But apparently even that wasn't enough to continue to endure the physical danger they were in on a daily basis. Besides reality television, the second closest we get to royalty in the United States is our first family, specifically one of the most beloved first families of all, the Obamas. That's right, the Obamas too have had to employ a little bit of help around the house. Life wasn't always big white houses and endless staff and kids who are in high school and college and can take care of themselves. No. Once upon a time in a small town called Chicago, Barack Obama was a senator and Michelle was a full-time worker in the private sector, and nannies were absolutely necessary. But Michelle gave a little insight into the struggles of maintaining a nanny when you aren't Kardashian level rich. Full-time nannies need full-time salaries, and as a senator on a government salary, that kind of money just wasn't in the picture. Stark difference from the lavish $100K per nanny lifestyle of the Kardashians. We've discussed reality TV royalty, political royalty, but we haven't actually tackled real royalty. Meghan Markle, the Duchess herself, has also had her own set of nanny needs and nanny woes. Being a full-blown princess is a lot of work. Who can blame her for needing a little help? But apparently her nannies have not been the happiest of campers under her employ. One of Meghan's most recent nannies only lasted 2 weeks. That's seriously gotta be a record. According to sources, Meghan ain't used to that nanny lifestyle. Meghan apparently likes to be in control. According to sources, pretty much no one has looked after Archie but her. Honestly, that tracks. That's why we love her. Honestly, I'm on Meghan's side for this one, per usual. Okay, drama incoming in the form of Ben Affleck and Jennifer Garner's former nanny. Two of the most famous actors in the world. With all the Ben Affleck and J-Lo news floating around these days, I wouldn't blame you for forgetting the sometimes very bumpy relationship between Affleck and Jennifer Garner. The pair were married and had 3 kids together, Violet, Serafina, and Samuel. With their busy schedules, a nanny was pretty much a necessity. But listen, as is the case with a lot of Ben and Jen stories, drama quickly joined the party. Rumors started swirling that Ben was having an affair with the nanny. Ben vehemently denies the affair, but the drama consumed the headlines for months. Obviously, the nanny did not stay in her position, especially after it seemed like the nanny had gone out of her way to attach herself to Ben. More nanny drama coming in, but not in the way you'd probably expect. David and Victoria Beckham, megastars and entrepreneurs, also share 4 kids of varying ages. All those kids and all that work means a nanny is a no-brainer. What the pair probably didn't expect was to see all of their dirty laundry in the tabloids. The nanny of the Beckhams apparently took gossip she overheard while working in the Beckham house to UK gossip magazines. She told journalists that David was apparently considering leaving Victoria and other juicy little tidbits. But where she done goofed is when she forgot that she had signed an ironclad confidentiality agreement. The Beckhams sued the nanny for breach of contract. The nanny unconditionally apologized to the Beckhams for breaching her duties of confidence. Okay, this next story makes me laugh. Celebrity nannies have such specific problems. Madonna's nanny was no exception. In fact, her issues may have even been unrelatable to most other celebrities. Madonna is a jet setter. She likes her kids to be with her while she's traveling, so her kids are, often enrolled in foreign schools. And apparently, Madonna's nanny called it quits after she literally could not understand a word the kids were saying. Madonna's kids spoke fluent French, and I guess they refused to speak English to her? This is seriously one of the funniest nanny stories I've ever heard. The kids refused to speak English, and she was so fed up, she quit. I mean, you cannot write this stuff. We have another nanny romance story coming in. Ethan Hawke and Uma Thurman's nanny, for the most part, had a typical tenure with the pair and their kids. Although Ethan and the nanny deny any tomfoolery while Ethan and Uma were married, after the celebs broke up, Ethan quickly married nanny Ryan Shaw Hughes. Okay, listen, do we need to have an intervention? Do we need a study or some kind of Netflix documentary? What is up with all of these celebrity dads who allegedly cannot keep their hands to themselves? Jude Law and Sienna Miller had one of those classic early 2000s romances. That all came crashing down in 2005 with the bombshell story that Jude had allegedly been having an affair with the couple's nanny. What's worse is that the allegations came from the nanny herself. The nanny went to the Sunday Mirror magazine in the UK and confessed to the whole affair. She also gave the Mirror her diary with excruciating details about the sordid romance between herself and the megastar. The couple ended things due to the affair, and obviously that was the end of that nanny's employment. Listen, nannies are superheroes, but I gotta say, some tasks are just too much for anyone. Let's take a look at Kate Gosselin from John and Kate +8. That's right, 8 kids, 8! So you can only guess that this next nanny story is gonna be a lot. In typical Kate Gosselin fashion, one was not enough, fam. Kate Gosselin has gone through an insane 11 nannies. 11! But also, I see why the turnover is so high. 8 kids are a lot to handle. But apparently, it wasn't the kids that sent these nannies running, but Kate herself. Apparently, Kate has some pretty strict rules for her many nannies. And there was apparently a manual the nannies had to follow in order to run the house. And it listed all of Kate's many pet peeves. Her ex-husband even suggested that Kate was militant with the kids. 11 nannies seem to agree. A little bit of a bonus one here. Katie Lowes of Scandal and Inventing Anna fame hasn't had a nanny yet, but she was a celebrity nanny before she became a star. Which makes me think, a lot of these nannies on our list may have endured what they endured in order to get close to these celebs to pursue their dreams or a life in entertainment. That might be enough for some, but for the nannies on our list, the lure of working with celebs clearly just wasn't worth it. Okay, listen fam. The respect I have for celebrity nannies is out of this world. They go through absolutely insane working conditions and leave with stories and often infamy that normal people can't really even imagine. But listen, couldn't be me. I'm sorry, I could not imagine. These kids are of a different breed. Good luck though, everybody else. I'm Eric with The Things. Give us your thoughts on these celebrity nanny horror stories in the comments below.